So awareness versus leads versus engagement. I want to talk through this. This is very important for me. I'm a personal believer that we are not in the business of awareness. I know that sounds crazy. A lot of people say to me, Brad, I'll say, John, why did you put your logo on the car, on that magnetic sticker, just your logo? Why did you do that? And John will say, I'm doing it for awareness. I want people to know who I am. Okay. So let's think about it like this perspective, right? We don't leave the house nude. Most of us don't leave the house nude, right? We put clothes on. We do it for two reasons. One, because it's a society expectation. So we get dressed because society expects us to get dressed. And we do it so we can create a unique identity for ourselves. Now, the second is a variable. Somebody might slap jeans and a t-shirt and a pair of khakis on and be happy with that. Somebody may be like Impo or Anvil might want to just really go all out and dress beautifully because that's the brand they are. That's the same principle around your marketing. You dress to attract. Whether it's jeans and a t-shirt and a pair of shoes, that's what you're doing. You're complying and you're attracting. That's what you're doing. So if you go to a farmer dresses in a specific way. He does it because he runs a specific business and it kind of alludes to the styling of his business and it's practical. An engineer would dress a particular way because it's practical and because it helps him connect with his industry. We do it subconsciously. This is what we're doing here. Awareness is great. We need to do it. It's something that society wants us to do, but we have to always be in a lead generation mindset. Everything we do for our marketing needs to be around what are we generating? What interest are we generating from that? Putting your logo on your car with no hook, no call to action is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. And I get people's thinking. One day I'm going to be Nike and I want people to recognize it. The question is, did people recognize the tech before Nike's endorsement of basketballs, particular basketball players? That's what boosted Nike into the stratosphere, or was it the other way around? So we just got to kind of buck the mainstream thinking and just pay attention to how we're marketing ourselves as a business. If you're putting signage on your vehicle, don't make it small, make it big. People can read it. Don't put your website and number on there. Put a QR code on there. Everybody has their phone. Come on, let's face it. We all have our phones in the car. We can quickly pop a QR code. If I have to sit now and try and take your number down, I'm not going to do that. I might take a photo of your business and it sits in my phone. And then 2 hours later, I forgot I took a photo of your business. What I want to do is I want to QR code it. I want to get your number. I want to phone you straight away and say, hi, I need pest control. Think about it. Think about that in your ad as well. How much do we spend on boosting? This was an interesting discussion to me, and I actually had around our boosting for the thing. And we'll get back to the question around Rustenburg, Arnold. Just give us a minute, bud. So I would not spend anything more than $5,000 a month on your lead generation. If you're going to do your Google ads yourself, I'd be very careful about doing that. There are a lot of companies out there that will do it and take a minimum admin fee. But a lot of small business owners have had experience around, when I do it on my own, I get more leads. When I do it with a company, I don't get. Again, it depends on what you take to that company. And it depends on your engagement levels with that company. Tumi is really good at running her ads, but she has seen a shift in her ads. So she's had to adapt her approach, and we spoke through that. She had to refine the hook. So Facebook ads, I don't know, guys. I'm not sold on it, but it depends on your business. Instagram, yes. LinkedIn, never, ever, ever, ever. Google, yes, firm believer, not in visual ads. I do AdWords. Get way more response out of that than the visual. Visual is expensive and you bid against other people who have bigger budgets. But don't underestimate just wording. Get far with that budget. And then all the audience targeting at simplified. So what I love about the SMME community, so we just showing you a screenshot there, is that you know that there's SMMEs in that community. And I will tell you, I think Al's database in that community is way over 100,000 by now. And people do business with people. And this is what this app is trying to do. This app and many other platforms may be the best platforms for you to market on. So don't always go for the obvious. Don't go for the Google Ads if you're not quite sure how it works. Do your research. Maybe use an agency in the beginning until you're aware of how it works. Maybe pay a student to come and teach you. Go to your local graphic design school, your marketing school, and say, hi, I'd like a student. I want to pay them X amount a month. I'll come sit with them and they can teach us. Very, very important. Yeah, so that covers that. And tracking your success. If you guys have not looked at your website traffic in the last day or two, week, start there. Who's visiting your website? Where do they live? What are their habits? All of that comes through your Google Analytics, set up in your Google Marketing Gmail account. You can find tutorials on how to do that online. And I feel like the session's been pretty popular, Al. Maybe we should consider doing a Google Ads session, just talking through that setup and how that works. So mistakes that we need to avoid, over-targeting or under-targeting. Targeting is when you say, I want to target people in Rustenburg, and you take $5,000 and you say, I'm going to put all that money in Rustenburg on Google Ads. That's over-targeting. Google's going to eat your money. That's how you sponsor the jets and the private planes and going to Mars. That's how you sponsor that, is from that money. They're going to spend the money for you. So what I would suggest is if it's a different particular town, have a look at the presence of the town. It'll tell you automatically when you set up the ad how many potential views you have and adjust that budget accordingly. I would not spend more than 500 Rand on town targeting. If you're doing national targeting, I would do campaigns at $5,000, but 1,500 at a time until you kind of gauge your areas. Also, not testing different versions. Be open to different things. Try visual ads, try video ads. Again, if we just quickly jump back over to Canva, Canva does video ad campaigning as well. So you can actually have videos, and I'll quickly show you how that works. Not part of the session, but it's so interesting and it's very, very nice. We just did a City of Cape Town one on that, and it was so much fun creating the video ad. And then ignoring your analytics. Analytics is who visited your website, who's visiting your Facebook page. How many of you have gone into your LinkedIn business page, your personal page, and gone through your connections and asked every single one of those connections, can we grab a cup of coffee? Can we grab a virtual coffee? Can we chat about my business? How many of you have done that lately? Everything is there for us. How many of us have gone through our followers and messaged them directly with a beautiful ad? Thank you for following us. Just want to let you know, it is the season of re-registrations for businesses. We really want to make sure that your business stays registered. Please reach out if you have any questions. It's all there for us. So don't have your mind set on just one thing. Think about who you already have, that market that you've already tapped into, and that should definitely help you. So guys, that brings us to the end of it. I promise that I'm going to, this is such a nice saying, so I'm just going to leave it here for a while. But before you read that, I just want to quickly show you, it's so cool. Let's just go through the process again. Design, and then we do video, and it's going to show up a couple of templates, and you can see these video styles. So we want to do a mobile video. Well, let's do a video messaging. That could be quite cute. We click on it. Remember, it saved it automatically for me. I don't have to worry about it. It gets up a similar screen to what we had before, but now you have an editor thing below. And boom, I'm going to get some suggestions here. I want to do a happy birthday that I want to send specific clients at a specific time. I'll pop that in there. Okay, it's got 4 screens, but it's should load for us. All 4 scenes. Top right-hand side is where I play my ad. And I play it to see what it looks like raw. Now I know I can make edits to this. I can change all of this wording. I don't even have to have an ad, a birthday message. I can have this as a digital ad. I can edit all of this. Doesn't take me very long. I've already asked ChatGPT for wording. All I need to do is put it in here. I can change it however I want, and it will change automatically for me. See how simple that is, eh? Anyways, so let's jump back to the presentation, and I think we've got enough time for questions. I want to get back to Arnold's question now. Do you want to go over it again?
Yeah, let me just go and find it.
Oh, I've got it.
He's got the guest. You've got it.
Yeah, did Arnold get back to us about, there we go, there's his post. Pay 2 nights and stay for 3 nights, 1,450 per night, breakfast including February Valentine's book now. So this was an example of what Arnold did previously, right? And then Arnold, did you give us your target audience, bud? Sure, guys, thank you so much for these.
I've not seen that.
Jeffrey, I've heard about Humanize. Yeah, it's also not a bad one. I haven't tried it out. Copilot, brilliant. Thank you so much for that feedback. Also, Teachy, I'm so glad you guys are sharing your journeys, and I hope this wasn't wasted on you guys, because probably what I told you already know. But yeah, guys, okay, so I don't want to waste too much time, Arnold. But what I would suggest is, if I look at this just off the cuff, and I'm going to be blunt, and I hope I'm not going to upset you, but this really doesn't, this for me is not appealing. And it's not appealing because there's too much going on in this particular ad. So guys, it's in the chat section. I'll download it and see if I can call it up. There we go. So there's too much going on here. One, your logo is not clear. So that tells me you did it yourself, which is fine. I'm okay with that. And I think a lot of people will pick it up. But it's too much. And also, you're not showing what I'm going to get for my 3 nights. I kind of want to know, I kind of want to see the roses on the bed, or I want to see where I can have a secret kiss behind a particular flower or bush, or a little intimate bench that I can sit on with my partner. I kind of want to see that, and I will take that. But putting roses and stuff down, you're not showing me what I'm getting. And actually, I'm getting a bit nervous. And I don't want to go to a place where I don't know what I'm getting and spending that kind of money. So your worth is your worth, your rate is your rate. But if you're going to ask for 1,450 per night, and I know I'm getting the 3rd night's a good deal, it really is, I would do something a little bit more zhuzh, a little bit more formal, and you can do this now on Canva. So Arnold, you should be 100% perfect with it. But first, well done on the first attempt. So guys, we've got 9 minutes left, and I'm going to hand this over to Elle. Elle, do you want to ask any questions? Is there any comments here that you feel worth?
Oh, I just want to have a look at what else we have. So Arnold came back and he said his target audience is ages between 25 and 40.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's a tough age group. 25. So I don't know if 25-year-olds have money, although it's Valentine's and they'll be prepared to spare. But I know anyone over the age of 30 odd, Valentine's is fine for us, older people, but it's there to add a bit of flavor, add romance. We don't have a 25-year-old kind of romance. We're working in our relationship. So I want to see the tools that are going to help me. I want to see the bath drawn with the flowers, to know that this is actually going to help me get into the mood, and it's going to help me get my partner and I to stop talking about work and the kids and this and this and this, and focus. So think about the images that you use. A lot of the guys have put their website, their web developers. Thank you so much for sharing that. So please, guys, reach out to them. I'm hoping that they are legitimate and that they will service you in the best way possible. Yeah, so Mickey's also got a guest house in Rustenburg. We do corporate accommodation and functions. Yeah, so the corporate accommodation doesn't want to know, Mickey, about the functions. The corporate accommodation is mainly weekly, and the functions, if I understand correctly, are mainly on the weekend. So that's a great way to split. If you just have Facebook, during the week, you can push, the weekend business. And then Thursday, Friday, you can start pushing next week's bookings on corporate. The 2 Facebook pages. Don't think I would have that. Okay, Al, I'm just reading through comments. It's always nice to go through them.
So,
just saying,
yeah,
sorry.
I just want to talk about the app again. We've been sharing the link on how to download the app as we went through the session. Please download the app. It is free. You can advertise your business there for free. I would love to see everybody. We had 100 people on the call at one stage today. I would love to see 100 flyers advertised on the app. And also where you put these flyers now either on your LinkedIn page or on your Facebook page, on your Instagram, to share those links. Also in the group where you can share your social media links. The app is really designed to help you engage with other businesses. That's why we built this app. That's why we developed it. It is free. There is no cost. There's no in-app purchases. This is really something that we've built based on our desire to create a safe space for small businesses to engage. If you have downloaded the app and you are struggling to get in, please send me an email. I'll pop my email address in here again. Just send me an email. We'll have a look. But one of the things that I will say is try and delete the app if you've downloaded it and download it again and then try to register again. If you still can't register, if you get stuck or if you forgot your password, you can just contact me. I'll put my email in here. So Brad, any closing comments from you?
Yeah, so Vita asked because we've got a few minutes, we've got 6 minutes. Vita asked around the development of a QR code. So Vita, I use Bitly. I think I'm still sharing screen, right? So
yes,
it's Bitly. I'm just highlighting it there so you can pick up the URL. It's Bitly, and I generate my QR codes, and it's free to a certain amount. I think you get 10 or 20, which I think is more than enough, because you'll have the same URL, obviously. So all you simply do is when you hit Bitly, you just go to the landing page, you click on QR code, and you'll see this is how I created it yesterday. I think it was yesterday I created it, and I know that 17 of you scanned it. Isn't that awesome, guys? Only 17, but that's good. It's good. I'm happy with that. Then what you basically do, the destination is the URL. I've used our website address of our business. There's the preview. I always put a title in, so that I know what I did that QR code for, because sometimes you do forget. And then I just go design your QR code. Then I can change my colors. If I want to make it pink or whatever, then I just go create your code, and boom, there's your code. Simple. Hope you guys picked that up, and I hope that helped you guys a little bit. And then there are a couple of more comments here. Sias says we've been sponsoring the private jets for some time. I know these guys are making a massive amount of money out of us. Yeah, so Arnold, we picked up your target audience. And again, guys, I think my email address has been shared here. Please feel free to reach out if you've got questions. We always offer added value. One person's going to get a design done for them. But I always say, reach out to me. Any sessions we do with the clinic, we offer a half an hour touch-based session with you. That's one-on-one virtually, and I just give up a bit of my time and we talk through and maybe answer specific questions you have, because these sessions are very difficult to pick on everyone and get, kind of done. Angela's asking the cost for a flyer or a video. It depends, Angela. You can do it yourself or you can ask someone to do it. A person can charge you anything from 200 rands for a flyer up to 1,000 to 2,000 rand, depending who you are. Video production's tricky. You get stock videos, which you can just edit. Then someone will charge you about 3.5, which should be a reasonable price for that. But I do think that you guys can do it yourselves now that I've given the session. Yeah, guys, any other comments? There's 16 new comments here. Let me just quickly check through. Now we all sorted. So, Mickey, just reach out to Al afterwards about asking for payment on the app. There shouldn't be payment. It is a free download. So please engage on the app and share content. Also follow me on LinkedIn, guys. I often share tips and tools. And we do a lot of speaking sessions like this to help SMMEs, and you'll be kept in contact with that. So Siapati, I will just pop my mail address in let me just do it now quickly. And it's in the thing, in the chat. We've got 2 minutes left, guys. Please share the QR code. It is on here for you. So guys, in essence, I want to summarize what we spoke about. We've got 2 minutes left, just so that you guys have gotten value out of the session. You're not left alone after the session. You have Marie. When you did register, you got the contact details for the clinic. You're more than welcome to reach out to Al. You've got my details now, my web address, my email address is there. Mail me. Hi, Brad, just please can you set up a session? Give me preferred times if you can, and I will try and stick to that. And then also up and above that, Henrietta's got a question. Henrietta, let me unmute you. You can unmute yourself, right? Or do I have to do it? I'm not sure.
Okay, Brad, sorry about that. Thank you. I wrote it on the chat. I said, please assist with a link to an advert that sends you to the website, so that I can create traffic to the website instead of people just reading my ad on the LinkedIn. And yes, does it make sense?
Okay, it does make sense, but it's not an easy answer. So you got
okay.
my mail address there, Henrietta. Pop me a mail and get a session with me. Let's do it together when it's just us in the room, because we don't want to hold all the people in the room for that. Are you cool with that? Yeah, you're cool. Okay, great. So guys, I'm going to finish off. What we tend to do is we tend to stick around a little bit, Al and I. In the session afterwards, we will just keep reading through comments while you guys leave the room. So if anybody else has a comment or something they want to put down, I would really, really appreciate your comments, guys. You've been so amazing today. I hope this has really helped. Let us know if this has helped. Let us know if it hasn't helped. Then we know, like, and if you're saying it doesn't help, give us suggestions on other topics you maybe want us to talk about. I feel like this was really, really well attended. We're happy to do more of these as part of the app to get you guys, to encourage you guys to use the app. And again, guys, just keep it simple. Work everything around your 3-second pitch. Test your pitch on strangers. It's not weird. People do it, and we are weird as South Africans in any way. So let's just be weird together. And just think about why you do it. Why are you doing what you're doing? Don't just do it because society tells you to do it, or your cousin told you to do it, or your dad did it. Think about your business. Think about your consumer, your customer, and think about how you can help them and how you can connect with them in the easiest way. Does not have to be complicated.